Hey, we're out of here after this one, guys. It's the very last episode of the Derricks Live. Let's go. What's going on, guys? My name is Sean. I'll be your host, joined here with my lovely co-host and beautiful wife, Emily. How you doing tonight, sweetie?
Living my best life.
Living the best life. Living the dream. Making the best of it, at least, right? Damn it. Here we are, rocking it. Hope you guys are having a good night tonight. Thank you for following along. We appreciate you being here for this very special and final episode of the Derricks Live. Not the end, though. Just a new beginning. So let's unpack this a little bit. We'll get right in. But before we do, I just want to make sure you do like and subscribe. Channel staying around. Don't go nowhere. Just changing names. It's going to be an exciting journey, and we want to give you a little bit of scoop on that. And we're going to be taking a break here and just kind of giving you guys the nitty gritty down low on what's going on with us and where we're headed.
All the fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. So Em, I think, we've been talking about doing this for a couple weeks. It's not a surprise if you've been listening.
Right.
You should know that this was coming. We've kind of been dropping hints, and there was a little Easter egg.
I was going to say, we even at the very end of our episode last week, we even dropped the name of the new everything.
The new everything. So, so we've been talking back and forth with some of you guys over the last couple weeks, and thank you guys for those of you that we've been bouncing ideas off of and have helped contribute to the what's next for the Derricks. This has been an exciting journey for us. And we really started, I don't even know what the driving force behind starting was.
Well, it started at MDM, and it was just one of the things that propels you forward. And we didn't really know where we were going with everything. We just knew we needed to start somewhere.
Yeah, we knew we had to take action, right? We knew that we wanted to have a podcast. We've talked about it for a long time. People have asked us to do one. And so we really we wanted to take action and really just kind of put our feet to the fire and start figuring it out along the way. I think that sometimes we sit around and wait and try to perfect things and give them, grandiose things, and oftentimes we miss the bus just waiting instead of doing. So we've been doing, and it's been a lot of fun. We've really enjoyed this. Is 24 episodes in. Yep. So, and we've been doing an episode a week for 24 weeks now. That's pretty crazy. It was really weird. We started, was it like halfway through or midway through the year? I forget when we put our first episode out. I'd have to go back and listen. It was like around September, October.
Yeah, it was right around our anniversary.
And so, we put that first episode out, and we started cranking out episodes every week. And then at the end of the year, you would get a little email from your host that you host your podcast on the platform. And it was like, hey, congratulations, you've created like more content than 97% of podcasters in the world or something like that, which was like, dude, really? Like we just started.
Yeah.
So it's been a cool journey, and we've been making content on our individual social channels and on the Derricks Live social channel and getting awesome engagement. And we really appreciate you guys for that. And really just really wanted to start somewhere.
Right.
And I think when we started this thing, we really just didn't have a lot of focus or understanding of where it was going to go.
Yeah. I think we had an idea in like some of the things that we knew we wanted to talk about, but we didn't have like a general focus for the overall theme.
Yeah.
So, and it kind of played out as the more we talked and the more we prepared for episodes and in our note taking, and it became the conversation of every date night.
It really has been something that has really grown our marriage even. Yeah. And I think it's been really cool that it's taken a natural focus. We've been married for 15 years, 16 years coming up here in a few months. And I believe we're almost like halfway through our anniversary calendar year. That
is crazy. I think about that.
We just celebrated anniversary. It feels like it's been like 6 months already.
It's been 6 months.
So, but I don't even remember where I was going with that. So, but we've been married for 15 years, 6 kids, split 6 kids. We have 3 kids who are in their 20s and 3 kids who are 7 and under. So it gives us this really crazy and unique perspective. And I think, just through talking, it's really taken that focus on marriage and parenting. And so I think that's really what I think we found through the years, Emily, that a lot of people just kind of talk to us about those subjects in general.
Well, and that's kind of, we've talked about that before, that even before we had kids of our own, parents would come to us and ask us for guidance or opinions.
We were in student ministry for a long time, and we had, 15 to 20 teenagers at any point. So it's allowed us to have a really unique perspective, I think, on things. And then I think to add to that, our upbringing and our life, the things we've been through. I know for me especially, one of my personal vendettas, I think, and I think it has almost become a vendetta for me, is to really add value to our family name. And I feel like a lot of what we talk about in our perspective, I know my perspective on things, comes from that, from just making sure that we build. I feel like my responsibility as a father for my children is to give my children a legacy that's worth carrying.
Yeah.
Right. And to prepare them to carry that legacy. It's twofold, really, if you think about it, because I mean, if we have all these grandiose things as parents that we do to further ourselves, and we do build that legacy, but we don't raise strong children to carry it on, then what was the point to begin with, right?
Yeah, they've got to be prepared, and they've got to want the legacy. They have to want to move the needle forward for the name and for themselves. So we've done a lot with our big kids, but we're really starting from the ground up with our littles. And
I think we're redoing a lot of stuff with our big kids. We messed some stuff up early on, and we've had to go back and kind of rebuild that. And I feel like we're getting to a point now that we are on a solid foundation again and rebuilding. But I think there's still work there to do.
Yeah.
So we're not pretending to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
You're not perfect.
But I do think that we're intentional about the things that we are doing. And I think that sets you apart, because what we're finding is there's not a lot of intentionality around parenting. Most of us are just fucking winging it.
Yeah, surviving.
Yeah.
Which we understand.
Yeah, we really do understand that. Listen, we still have days that we survive. But I think our heart is to help you be intentional and to help you grow and to help you change your family name. And so we're putting together a new podcast and some event stuff. And we're really excited about what's coming, but it's going to take a couple of weeks off. It's going to mean taking a couple of weeks off to really build out a new website and some of the services and trainings that we're putting together and some of the stuff that we want to offer to parents. And so we're going to be taking a couple of weeks off here over the next few months. We're thinking probably around 5 or 6 weeks. So I say months, it's not going to be months. It's going to be a few weeks. And really just make sure that we relaunch on firm footing.
With, very strategic focus and understanding like that we're moving in this direction on purpose. So one of the things that we've talked about is the legacy aspect of this. And that kind of plays into our new name. Do you want to share what our new name is going to be?
No, I don't want to tell them that yet. Okay. I have to go back and listen to the end of episode 23.
So there is a little Easter egg.
No, I mean, we'll probably tell them before the episode's over, but they're going to have to wait and find that too. So, but I think we have had a lot of people have asked, well, why are you changing the name? And I think that's important to understand that, because, I like my name. My name's in the name now. I don't particularly mind that, but I think that what we want is for people to understand that our heart is towards parenting and marriages. And so, when we really put a lot of thought, into the new name.
So many nights and days searching the underwebs.
So and then we took it. We thought we had like a fantastic name picked out, and we took it to a small group of you guys that are super engaged and that are our focus group. We called them, and they got volunteered for this. They didn't even know it was happening. We just started texting people in a group chat at like 11 o'clock at night one night. So if you're friends with us, you got to come along for the ride. You don't really get a choice. But so we kind of focus grouped it, and everybody was like, no, we hate that, pretty much. And I was like, oh, but I love it. But okay. So we bounced a couple more back and forth, and really, we feel like we've really got what is gonna, we hope, and we don't hope, we know will be a very long lasting and long-term thing for us. So we're going to keep the Derricks Live podcast channel is going to stay active. So if you're subscribed on any of our Facebook groups or on your podcast platforms, YouTube, Spotify, any of that, we're just going to change the name on those platforms. So don't unsubscribe, stay around. What I am going to do though, is I'm going to take all the episodes and I'm going to make them season 0 and separate them out from the new podcast. And we've really talked about this. We talked about just taking them down. Yeah. And so I think though that we want you guys to understand the journey, right? And so if you're listening to this first episode that is going to come out in a few weeks, and or you're listening to this one, maybe this is the first episode you've listened to. I want to encourage you to go back and listen to that first episode and all of its roughness, because I feel like they've gotten better through the episodes. But we want you to see the progression in what it looked like and what it looks like when you really just put your feet to the fire and jump. If you go back and listen to our 7 non-negotiables, just jump. We talked about just diving in and doing something. And so it's really, for us, these first 24 episodes have really just been about action and moving forward and refusing to sit still and chasing whatever this next stage of our life is for us. And we've got a lot of shit going on right now. We're building several businesses. I just opened my own full-time sales organization, and I'm cranking 40, 50, 60 hours a week into that right now. And we're starting this, and we've got a couple other things in the fire. So we are, we're balls to the wall right now and loving it. I mean, Emily might not be loving it, but I'm loving it. I don't know how you feel about it, babe. You're awfully quiet on this one. So,
well, it's more technical, and a lot more of the technical stuff. And, yeah, I don't know. Loving it is the right word for me. It's a very different season.
It's a season of sacrifice.
Yeah. It's a planting season.
It's a planting season.
You don't really see, you don't see anything, right? It's, that you're doing the work, and it's kind of just trusting the process, that I know that this stuff has to go in the ground, and I'm going to trust that if I follow the season and I follow the steps, that the right stuff is going to start to grow. And so it's a planting season for us in everything. And so we're planting in so many places.
I feel like what were we watching the other day? We were watching that Clarkson Farms.
Yeah.
And our parents and my brother's watching this, and my mom and Dad were talking about this and said, hey, you guys got to watch this. It reminds us a lot of you guys. So there's this scene where he's ordered all of this seed and he had no idea how much seed he ordered or needed. And he gets 2 full semis full of like 50 plus bags. And I say bags, but I mean like they probably weigh 2 tons each.
Yeah.
Of just seed. And he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with all of this?
Well, he took one bag off and he's like, okay, move the truck. And the guy's like, yeah, no, all of this is yours.
So we're very much in this season of overwhelmed with the opportunity that God is giving us, right? I feel like God has put all of this seed in front of us and it's like, all right, go put it in the ground, man. And so we're putting it in the ground and we're doing the work and doing the stuff right now. Really excited about what's ahead for us and for our kids and the journey that's going to happen for our family. There's a lot of cool shit going on right now. A lot of like, and when I think about it, it just blows me away. Like what is going on and the realities of what the potential is in the areas that we're diving into. And it's not just one thing. No. It's so many things. But it's when you really live out these principles, man. I'm telling you guys, go back and listen to those first, was it episode 3 through 9, I think. 3
through 9 or 3 through 10.
10, something like that. The first 7 non-negotiables. And they wreck your life and what your expectations are and what your dreams are just the beginning, you know, and when you decide to show up and decide to be intentional, that's just the key to Pandora's box is really what it boils down to. So strap in. It's going to be a fun ride. Emily's speechless. Mm-hmm. She's a little overwhelmed.
Today was a hard day.
Yeah, we had I left at 8:30 and got home at 8:30, and I think I had like a 20-minute, hey baby, here's some coffee in between, but I ran all day today, and Emily did too, you know. So I think sometimes we discount the process for our spouses when we're in the trenches. They're in the trenches too, and we don't always see that when they're they stay home or they're not in a full-time employment. Like I tell people all the time, I would not trade spots with Emily. I don't care. You could pay me $1 million a year. I would go to work for $60,000 a year before I made $1 million a year to stay home. I love my children and I thoroughly enjoy spending every amount of free time that I have with them that I can. But I don't know that I could stay home with them full time. I don't know that I could. I'm very ready for work on Monday morning.
And it was a good day.
Yeah.
Like we were productive. We got all of our school done. It was a really good day as far as like the things on the list. Mm-hmm. But it was an emotional day. And
you know what, to your point though, when I came home, when I come home at like 5:30 to give you coffee before I went out to the council meeting. And I came in and Brianna's at the table drawing math art and Isabel's doing writing skills, it looked like, on the table. Like
she's doing devotions and writing skills.
Emily's in here fucking killing it. Baby was down for a nap. Like I was like, all right, she's got this on lock. It looked like you were having a great day when I got home. You were in the craft room. I was like, she's got this down, man. So, but you don't see the chaos all the time that ensues.
You didn't see the cricket mat try and kill me. My cricket machine decided to have a poltergeist this afternoon and literally shot a cricket mat out at me and hit the wall, and it bounced back and hit me in the face. So it was an interesting day. Like, again, like the boxes got checked, right? We're moving the needle, but it was a dumpster fire. in so many other areas.
It's crazy that progress doesn't always feel like winning.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, yes. Accurate.
Sometimes progress sucks. Like sometimes it's like, I did not want to fucking do that. I needed to do it, but that was not fun.
Yeah.
But it moves the needle,
right.
And I think that, putting that time in with the kids, right? Like there's days that you don't want to move the needle there. You want to, push them off to grandma and grandpa or whatever, and just be in your own space for a minute. And sometimes you need that. But I think as fathers, especially, we tend to abandon that sometimes. I know that there have been moments that, I come home and remove myself emotionally or mentally from the room, even though I'm physically there, because it's the easiest thing to do in the moment. But I think we have to be intentional to move that needle in every aspect, including with our family. And so like sometimes it's not always what you want to do, but it's what's necessary.
Right.
And so we do what's necessary because that is what is required of us. And so, I don't know, winning's not always fun. It's just not. Like sometimes discipline is the ability to do what you don't want to do so that you can get the result that you want, right?
Right.
And we want to have strong kids. We want to have healthy kids, emotionally healthy, physically healthy. You got to move the needle.
And this is what it takes.
Yeah.
So.
And it's in every aspect. It's not just in your direct parenting. It's in the example you set and the life you live and your work ethic and everything. So go move the fucking needle this week and take a couple weeks off. I don't know, Emily, is there anything else that we need to touch on before we get out of here?
Do you want to drop the name?
Oh, drop the name. I forgot about the name. I don't know if I remember the name. Do you remember the name? I don't know.
It's just cruel.
Oh! I got the drum roll. I hit it too late though. Ready? That's not even a good drum roll.
It's not even. It's not the right kind of drum roll.
No. So the new name is. What do you think it is? You tell them.
Should I actually say it?
Yeah, actually say it.
So the new name for the new podcast and everything that's going to go with it is called Lifting.
Oh, what was it?
All
right, I'll stop.
Lifting Legacies.
Lifting Legacies. So we're really excited about the name. It means a lot to us. It's very personal for each of us. So,
and we want to lift your legacy as well as ours.
Yeah.
We want to give you the tools and the steps to move your needle as we move ours. So it's very purposeful. It's a very intentional name, and we're excited about where we're headed.
So it's about parenting for generational change and just being intentional about changing your family tree and not accepting where you're at, where your family has been, and becoming the catalyst for that change in your family. So we hope that you'll come along for the ride. We hope that you'll stick around and subscribe. Do us a favor. We're right floating just below 1,000 followers on Facebook right now. Would love to hit that 1,000 follower mark before we launch the new podcast. So do us a favor. We're going to be updating the name over the next probably week or so, just so we can start dropping content, and we'll continue to post videos and highlights and stuff like that from old podcasts over the next couple of weeks, and just share that stuff for us. Get your friends engaged so that they'll like it and follow it. Tell someone at work about us that is a parent. Hey, you should follow this podcast I listen to. They're going to really start diving into parenting and marriage. And
well, maybe somebody who's going to be a new parent.
Oh, yeah.
In the last couple of weeks, I've met like 4 or 5 different couples that are either pregnant or in the adoption process or in the foster care process, and they're looking for this kind of stuff. So share this podcast, share our Facebook page, our group, so that they have access to some of this information, because we have experience with a lot of those different areas that not everybody does. So
100%. So it's been a lot of fun, this growth thing and this change thing. And it's kind of a cliche. You hear this term a lot in like I don't want to say self-help world, but it really is the self-help world, that like become the best version of yourself. But the other day, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Right? Like who is this best version of me? And I think it's just the pursuit of better, right? Because I think it's so easy for us to get stuck where we're at.
Well, it's easy to get comfortable and complacent and just not care about. It's easy to get pulled into something that's not important, and tune out to what really is important.
So we hope that this will encourage you. Like I said, I hope that you stick around for the ride. Share it, like it, lick it, twist it, bop it, all the stuff.
It's going to be fun, and it'll be funny. Sort of. It's
always funny.
It's funny looking.
You're funny looking.
Oh, we're excited about where we're going, guys, and we want you to be there with us and moving the needle.
Very much so. Remember that Jesus fucking loves you.
Fuck your excuses.
Deuces.